spent weeks running ads to your VSL funnel, but still can't get the return that you need to actually scale? One of our clients actually came to us in that exact situation. They were actually stuck below 2 times ROAS, and the ads were running. The funnel was actually live, and the numbers, they weren't terrible, but they also weren't very profitable, and they weren't profitable enough for them to grow the business. And every time they increased their budget, the return on the ad spend dropped, and they were starting to question whether their funnel would ever work. Hi, I'm Tina from tinasandford.com. Now, I've been in business since 2003. I actually sold my first London business before I turned 40. And for the last few years, I've been working with my son Daniel, and we've been working with online business owners to actually fix what happens after other people click on their funnels. Because the truth is, most of the time, the problem is not with the funnel itself, it's with what happens after somebody lands on it and then clicks. Now, what we did for this particular client is we changed everything without changing the funnel. Let me explain. We actually looked at the 3 main problems that their VSL already addressed, and then we turned each of those problems into a really short, helpful little PDF. There was no fluff at all. It was just useful, clear resources that spoke to exactly what their leads actually wanted help with. And then we recorded 3 short Reels ads, like those 60-second ads, and each one actually focused on one PDF, and it offered that PDF for free to anybody who commented below. There was no landing pages, there was no opt-ins, just a comment below and we'll send it to you. Now, when the comments came in, we moved those people into conversations on Messenger. And then we had our client just ask a couple of quick, very specific questions to find out what they were working on. And then we gave them the PDF that actually matched their problem. And then we invited those people onto a call where we worked with them to actually work out how to solve the bigger challenge that was coming next for those people. And within a week of launching that campaign, the client's calendar started filling up. Now, we were using the same ads, the same funnel, but now because there was a second path, it actually brought those leads back in and it actually started the real conversations. And that's what we were paying for, wasn't it, with ads? And then once all that kicked in, their ROAS jumped above 5 times the return on their ad spend. And the reason this worked is because we didn't just rely on the funnel doing all the work. We actually created very small touch points that kept moving those leads forward in a way that actually felt natural, easy. And because the value came before the call, those conversations actually converted to a higher call rate, okay? And there was less resistance, there was more trust. And if you want the same strategy for yourself, for your funnel, just comment below and I can send you the Fast Funnel GPT, and it will actually help you try all 3 ads in probably about 20 minutes. And I'll also include the exact instructions that we use to set the whole thing up as well, so you don't have to think about it. Now, this campaign helped our client to turn a really kind of flat, non-performing funnel into one that just scaled with confidence. If your ads are actually working, but your funnel isn't converting, this is probably the missing layer that you've actually been looking for.